She is one of the oldest evidence of single motherhood in Indian mythology. She can remain very calm under pressure. She is non-confrontational, but she is resolute and unyielding. She is the one who can threaten with her indifference. I am talking about none other but Sita, the mother of love and kush. Sita had single-handedly brought up her children in the forest after her exile from Ayodhya. Kaikeyi is the risk-taking mother. She is the kind of mother who can take an extreme step without batting the eyelid. She is a stoic and firm personality, and she is open to the consequences that would follow as a result of her decisions. Ambika, the mother of Dhritarashtra. She was kidnapped by Bhishma to be married off to Bhishma's stepbrother. That aspect of being kidnapped had probably put Ambika in a state of constant fear which she could never get through. And that part of her past kept on haunting her present. She could not raise voice for herself. She accepted everything that kept on happening to her because of whatever others were doing to her. And she wanted to live in denial, which made her close her eyes instead of raising her voice when she was asked to sleep with Vyasa. The consequence was she gave birth to a blind child, Dhritarashtra, whose so-called disability or blindness was symbolic of the mother's lack of ability. Anjani, the mother of Hanuman. Anjani was an indulgent mother who loved her child like anything, and there was nothing other than the child like most mothers are. So there was a time when Hanuman leapt up thinking that Surya was a fruit and he wanted to consume that fruit, and got into a confrontation with Indra, who had hit him with his Vajra. And when Hanuman was falling dead, that is when Anjani collaborated with Vayu Devta and made sure Hanuman was back alive to her lap. Anjani symbolizes that spirit of motherhood, who would go to any extent to make sure the child is happy and healthy. Radha, the mother of Karna. Radha had adopted Karna. Radha and her husband, Adhirath, had adopted Karna and gave him a life of love. However, what touches me most about Radha is that she has never received the kind of acknowledgement that she should have received from Karna. Because in Karna's later years, we see that he has constantly been trying to fight out with the royalty, trying to make his place, because he is a very talented person, and so he's trying to make his place out there among the best, and not exactly acknowledging Radha as his mother, but constantly looking out who is the real mother, and finally getting to know. But then after Karna's death, what happened to Radha, we don't know. Madri, the mother of Nakul and Sahadev. I find her to be the most interesting form of motherhood because Kunti had the boon. She had called the Devas and she had got the children for herself. But Madri is the kind of mother who bore that wish of motherhood in her heart, and she didn't stay away from it. She demanded her motherhood from Kunti, asked her to get in touch with Ashwini Kumar, who had given her the two sons, Nakul and Sahadev. She is the kind of woman who wants motherhood and seizes it.